And first of all, so I, I'm not, I'm making this recording, or I'm recording this episode because I don't feel bad. I'm not in a bad mood, which is why I'm creating this episode, and which means so which is why better expression or better was is that so I can afford to create this episode, but actually not roughly saying or I have called a cold, which is why so my bodily condition is not so good, but actually I came to feel like I'm feeling like creating this episode. Although my bodily condition is not perfect, but actually, so I feel like creating this episode because of my not my problem, but actually there's no problem in my sexual desire, but actually I'm so using general term, I'm horny. So which is why I'm creating this episode, or I'm creating this episode. Or when I thought of creating this episode, so I was horny, which is why I decided to which is why I could decide to create this episode. But actually, so considering my bodily health, so my bodily health is not perfect because one of the reasons is that I have caught a cold. I caught a cold, which is why actually having a rest is a better option. Or having a rest is a so ordinary people would have a rest. If they are if they are in my bodily situations. So roughly saying, people have rests, or people have a rest. When they have caught a cold, or when they have a cold, or when they have colds actually. So using the plural form for the cold. And but actually I can afford to create this episode, which is why I decided to create this episode. And this time, so days before, I have told you, I have told you, well, I told you that. So I postponed, I postponed the creation of this episode, which is wait a moment, please, which is appreciation of the sounds of blowjob. Sad. So I suppose I have postponed. Not I have postponed. Well, days before anyway. So I postponed the creation of this episode, which is the title of which is appropriation of the sounds of blowjobs a third time. And if you are a Chinese person, if you are a Chinese person who can't understand English, also please stop playing this episode. But if you are Chinese people who live in the mainland China, and if there is a miracle and through which you can listen to this episode, and although you live in the mainland China, or although you live in the soil of the mainland China, and the translation of this episode is 口交音鉴赏第三次, which means so I have the first one and the second one because which is why this is the third one or 第三次 using Chinese language 用汉语这是第三次 and like which so as you have noticed, so I can speak Chinese well, but actually I can sort of pronounce Chinese language. And people say, or especially Taiwanese people say that my Chinese language is really close to, or my Chinese language is or my Chinese language is of the mainland China. Anyway, so maybe some Taiwanese people call my Chinese language the continental China was a mainland China. And so I'm going to I'm going to write a writing which is notice the sounds introduced in this episode are artificially created ones. They are not real ones. Maybe I should tell you this for protecting or for showing you that I haven't violated any copyright, but actually I'm going to violate some copyrights of the porn videos of Blowjob, which is a reality in this episode anyway. So anyway, I'm going to play a porn video without any, and wait a moment please. And if I play without any without skipping this part, without omitting the beginning part of this episode, if I do not omit the beginning part of this porn video, you may be able to identify which porn video I'm playing, and this is a section of Blowjob. And what I'm playing in this episode, is a porn video titled or named "The Ideal Pantyhose Boss." I'm going to tell you again. The title of this porn video is ideal or not omnipotent, but actually the best pantyhose boss, which is a translation of this porn video. And as I have told you, so my bodily condition is not so good, which is why I'm thinking of stopping this episode for a short time. And is that tape good? Is that tape good? Which is what she has to, and who is, if you ask me who is she? She's a porn actress, or she's a porn star, appearing to this porn video I'm using this time. And I have thought the greeting of this in this episode. And hello everybody, I'm Richard Gong of Work to Live podcast version. And so I have begun the play of this porn video, and she is licking the penis of this porn actor, and he has still worn the underwear, and she is licking his penis across the underwear, which means she is not licking his penis directly. And there's a layer of underwear which is the underwear he wears. Maybe I should shift to a thing making larger sounds. Yeah, maybe this is fine for you. She is kissing his penis. And he began to mourn. He began to mourn. And this is still a kissing face. Maybe I should shift. This is. He took off his underwear, and she is kissing his penis, and she is licking his penis, and she is going to start to suck. She is going to start to suck his penis soon enough. and she began to suck his penis. She began to suck the glands of his penis. Anyway, so she is sucking his penis in the glands, and this is still a kissing phase, I think. And is that tip comfortable, or is that tip good? Which is well, I'm feeling good in the tip of your penis, which is what she asked. It's throbbing, which is what she said. He is gasping, by the way. And this poem video continues this blowjob scene in this manner. So I should move to a later scenes. Is this one? No, this is another part. Wait a moment, please. This is better, I think. And she is frantically sucking his penis. He said he was coming. And she stopped her blowjob. And she prohibited him to ejaculate his own semen. And the scene was shifted from, and in the previous scene, she was sucking his penis while he was lying with his face upward, and she was sucking his penis. But actually, anyway, in this time, or in this scene, so he stands, and she is sucking his penis, kneeling down on the floor, maybe, which is my speculation. And anyway, the scene I'm watching is in the scene I'm watching. She appears and what I'm watching is half flank or half profile, and she appears showing me or showing the viewers how on flank or how on profile. And her mouth was expanded, which is one, or closed up. Her mouth and including the vicinity of it have been closed up to me, and I'm and the scene was shifted back to a normal one, in which her entire head or her entire face is shown to the viewers of this porn video. And views are changed in this manner, an image. So you can see, or you can watch her entire head or her entire face, and in another scene. So what you can watch is her own mouth and his penis, including the vicinity of her mouth. And this continues in this manner, so I should move to the scene of ejaculation, I think. Maybe not this part. Maybe from this is fine. This part, the being, starting from this part is fine. He ejaculated right now. The poor actor ejaculated right now. The poor actor has ejaculated right now, which is what I should have said. And she is squeezing his penis and draining the semen inside his penis, which is what she is doing. And she is licking his penis for cleaning the glass of his penis. And she opened her mouth, showing the semen inside her mouth. And she has drunk the semen ejaculated by him. This is so far and the scene was a section of blowjob in this porn video is so far, and this porn video has other sections, including foot job and hand job and vaginal insertions. But actually, I'm going to end this porn video. And another stuff I'm going to do is to bring another glass of booze or alcoholic drink. And as I have already, I don't know whether you have already noticed my bodily condition or my condition or not, or my situation or not, but actually, so I have been drunk, so which is why, so I can speak fast. Which is why I can't speak fast enough. And anyway, I'm going to bring another glass of booze or alcoholic drink. So wait a moment, please. And voila! Here comes another segment of in this episode of my podcast. So I'm sorry for my stumbling manner of speaking English language. And by the way, so English is really difficult for me because to start with, my mother tongue is different. My mother tongue is different from English language. I don't speak English natively, and to start with, my mother tongue is really far from. My mother tongue is really far from English language. I mean, if there's such a thing like linguistic distance between one language and another language. Anyway, so what I spoke out is such a thing. And here comes another session or another segment of playing porn videos of blowjob. And anyway, I'm going to start to play another porn video of blowjob. Wait a moment, please. This can be good for you. And you may identify who created this porn video, but actually this is fine. Playing this porn video from this part is fine, I think. Not this can be much. This is better. This is better. Being this episode, beginning to play this episode from this part is fine. Or better. And I brought a glass of shochu anyway. So I expected I would lose my consciousness, but actually I didn't lose my own consciousness by drinking this drinking drinking this glass. So I haven't completed drinking this glass of booze, but actually, so the density of this glass is maybe 10%, not 10%, but actually 20% to 15%. So this is a diluted structure. Diluted structure. Wait a moment, please. The dilated structure is fine, and she is sucking the penis of a porn actor. And maybe in the case of this porn video, maybe this song can be a main part, which is what I'm worried about. How about this one? This sound is a familiar one for you, maybe. Is this fine? Wait a moment, please. She doesn't make a huge sound when blowing his penis, so I should choose another woman. How about this one? This is a porn movie, not porn movie, but porn video. I recently downloaded, but this can be good for you, for enjoying not the taste of blowjob, but the sounds of blowjob. So considering enjoying the sounds of blowjob, this porn video, or the porn videos of this creator can be one of the best options for you. Is she mourning? Is she mourning? But I don't know. But actually, she's making a sound. I don't know whether she is mourning. This is a mourning sound or not. But actually, so yeah. Anyway, she is making a sound different from that of blowjob. Anyway, the sound of blowjob come from friction between the lips of women in most cases, and and so and the penis of a man in most cases. What is going on? The the play was a so there was a problem in which, so the the screen was stopped, but actually it has been recovered. She's licking the frenulum of his penis, I think. He has just ejaculated his own semen. She was she was continuously licking the licking the licking the under surface of the glands of his penis, which is what she was doing. And I should play. Wait a moment, please. How about playing this one? I love palm videos created by this creator. I don't tell you her name. So maybe the creator can be a man, but actually, so the main protagonist of those porn videos created by this creator is a woman. So which is why I used the pronoun she, and she is licking the foreskin of the penis of this porn actor, which is what she is doing in the screen of this porn video. Then she tried to insert her own tongue into the foreskin, which means into the space between the foreskin and the glands. And some people can insert well, some people or some ladies or some girls can insert their own tongues into the space created between their the foreskins and the glands of a man or of men. But actually, what I mean, there is a space between the foreskin and the glands of a penis of a man. And some girls or some ladies can insert their own tongues into that thing or tiny space. But actually, the insertion their own tongue, insertion the tongues of ladies or girls into such tiny space, into tiny spaces of the penises of men is really arousing for the viewers of porn videos, which is why if you are ladies or if you are ladies or if you are girls who are thinking of creating porn videos including options yourselves appearing to those porn videos. So I recommend that you train blowjob, including the skills of inserting your own tongues into the space between the foreskin and the glands of a penis of a man or of men actually. If you are thinking of treating two or more men, maybe I should shift to the scene of ejaculation. This porn video continues in this manner. Maybe this is fine. Isn't this fine? Wait a moment, please. This is good. He has just ejaculated, and some strings or some drops of his semen are coming out of her mouth, which is what I'm watching. Which is what I'm watching, not watching, but watching. So I'm drunk, which is why I can't pronounce English well. But actually, anyway, so those scenes those scenes of porn videos of pleasure are what I'm watching. And so I I'm thinking of ending this episode in this part, and finally, I'm thinking of talking about recent situations of of politics and economy. And this is old story or past story, but maybe that I started creating contents online before my own marriage, and at that time when I was young, I wanted to create I wanted to create money, or I wanted to create sources of incomes, and I was at that. And anyway, so I'm still working for our company, but actually, so when I was young, I was still working for our company, and in which sense, so my condition or my situation hasn't been changed from from the days when I had been young. And wait a moment, wait, please. I would like to drink this glass of alcoholic drink. And when I was young, there had been some conflicts between the mainland China and the United States of America. And when I was young, I could imagine that this world would become lethal, or this world would become dangerous. Because anyway, so this is about my private trips, or individual trips, or personal trips to other countries and this country. And then, by the way, I live in Japan, and I have been to the soil of the mainland China, and and so giving you some hints. So I have visited a city. I have visited a northern city in the mainland China, which is really close to the Great Wall. Mr. Donald Trump loves Great Walls. Mr. Donald Trump loves the Great Wall of China, and he's trying to create one between the on the border between Mexico and America, or between Mexico and the United States. And I think building a great wall, or great walls between Mexico and the United States is a good idea. I think so. But actually, this is not an episode for talking about the presidency of the United States of America. And to start with, I started to create this episode for recording the sounds of blowjob. Is there anything good for you about this one? This is a familiar one, and she is licking his glass. And actually, so China, going China has nothing to do with going to some European countries, except for, if you are thinking of going to for example Ukraine or Belarus, so you would experience some traumatized experiences, or traumatized events, which is what I think. But actually, so when it comes to visiting some West European countries, there must be no problems, because West European countries are on the same condition or on the same situation, on the same situation as my country is on. Using correct grammatical order of English language. When I have just spoken out it's a correct one, but actually nobody would be able to understand what I have just spoken. And she was, and by the way, in the case of the porn video I'm playing now, so she was licking the pee hole or the, how should I say, I thought how to call that hole, pee hole or you pee hole. She was licking the pee hole was the entrance of urethra. Anyway, she was the porn actress was doing such a thing on this porn video, and she is porn actresses are such creatures. It is what I'd like you to remember if you are, for example, if you are rich people. Anyway, and I'm thinking of ending this episode of this podcast. And I don't know whether you can enjoy this. I don't know whether you can enjoy this porn video because this porn video is too quiet. So I should move to the scene of ejaculation. I think this can be fine. I think this is fine. This is fine. He has just ejaculated and he is moaning. And she is moaning. Licking his glass. Or licking the frenulum of his glass. Of his penis. It's over. So, wait a moment please. Maybe I should tell you the title and the conclusion of this episode. And the title is Appreciation of the Sounds of Blowjob. Third. Appreciation of the sounds of blowjob. Third. 口交音鉴赏第三次. And the writing I'm thinking of, or I'm going to write in the description column of this episode is, notice the sounds introduced in this episode are artificially created ones. They are not the real ones. So, as you know, my bodily condition is not so great, including my throat. So, which is why, anyway, I'm thinking of stopping this recording. And this is the end of this episode. So that's it. Thank you very much for listening. See you.